Well, in this course, this may be a shock to some of you because if you've recently joined the course, it's all been about language, grammar, syntax. I'm going to jump back to the subject which has been going on all year, which is a chronological survey of the humanities. This, in the notes that I described in videos 9.2 and 9.3, I think they were, this would be the 18th section, page 18 point something. 0.5 or 6, I don't know. But we've gone through the prehistoric period, the classical period, which took a long time, and now a third one. We're coming up through time. We're coming to what I will call the Dark Ages. In Northern Europe, they were the Dark Ages. And in my mind, they go from about 450 AD, which is about when the Roman Empire finally gave up the ghost, finally had collapsed, up to about 1000 AD. Now these dark ages, I used to think, and I think a lot of people do, feel that they are dark because it was a bad time. Well, I don't know if it was bad or not. We don't know. It was dark. There's very little light on that time because civilization essentially stopped with the collapse of the Roman Empire. And so their records were not kept. We don't know that much about it. They are dark. Well, through that period, I'm going to take up, I guess it's three different peoples. So I assigned capital A. First of all, the Viking culture. Northern Europe. Now, Julius Caesar had given us a glimpse of what it was like in Northern Europe. But then when the Roman Empire collapsed and they left, the picture goes dark. But the culture went on, Viking culture and its legacy. Well, the Norse, the Vikings, the Norsemen, they had a mythology like virtually all people have had, just like the Greeks and the Romans had their mythology. Their mythology is not nearly so well known currently, but it is still there. And I like to point out that the days of the week that we talk about all the time. This is Monday. That was the moon day. Yesterday was Sunday. That was the sun day. Well, tomorrow will be Tuesday. Tuesday. This was a Norse god. The next day will be Woden's Day. Woden's Day. I could say also known as Odin, or sometimes with an I. That was Woden's Day, kind of father of the gods. Then the next day is Thor's Day. Thursday is what we call that. In German is Donnerstag, Thunder's Day. And then the next day is Frei's Day. I'm never sure if I spell that right. That's Friday. Now the next one comes from the Roman god Saturn. Saturday was Saturn's Day. But anyway, there's evidence that the Norse mythology has not disappeared. It's not as influential. And now and then you will find, I have found students that were very interested in it. The one other thing I'll mention in this context is that there were a group of warrior women called the Valkyrie. If you've ever heard the tune dun ta da dun 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 ta da dun 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 ta da dun 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 da da. That is what Vogner did. That's called the Flight of the Valkyrie. Vogner, I hope later that I won't be going so fast that I have to go across Vogner. But Vogner tapped into this profoundly and thereby influenced Hitler, and on it went. But anyway, among the Valkyrie, there was a character named Brunhilde, usually portrayed with long blonde braids, a big, often fat woman, but that's sad because she should be, I think, beautiful. I mention her not because I'm ready to go into a big explanation of who she was and that whole story about Siegfried and Siegmund, wonderful. But the character of Valerie Bryn, I might have mentioned her already. I say whence. That's a quick way to say from where we get, or from where comes. This character, Valerie Bryn, she is Marion's daughter in that literary work which is not yet finished. All right, well, I wanted to do that because I have one more video today because I want to show you how I would normally give my students their first taste of the Viking culture. So still a third video is coming today.